Good morning, good morning, good morning. Grand rising, grand rising, grand rising. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. This is the pre-show mantra. The show will start momentarily. I deserve to be healthy. I deserve to be happy. I deserve to be rich. I deserve to be wealthy. I deserve to be free. The more you learn, the more you earn. Thereby, the more you earn, the more you learn. I am a certified Wall Street trapper. I am confident in my abilities to make great investments. The stock market is a machine, and I am more than capable of operating this machine. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Let's get started, y'all. What's good, $1 trillion ticker family? This is the weekend charting edition of the show. In this live stream, we're slowing things down and focusing purely on price action, breaking down support and resistance, trend direction, key levels, and we'll turn on the level up Algo and see some signals. Quick disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. This is for education and entertainment purposes only, but do feel free to use this as a foundation to your knowledge. And feel free to mark some of these levels on your chart. Let's get into it, y'all. Alright, so we are charting the QQQ. And our first company is going to be KLAC. So this is our bear chart right here. I don't have any markings on this chart, but as you can see, it's a very nice uptrend since April, and it's at all-time highs too. So the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna put the all-time high on there. All right. So today we are in QQQ companies 21 through 40. We're going to do the whole 100, but right now we're in 21 through 40. So that's why we're doing KLAC. As you can see, we're right in the middle of the pack, and you can see the ones we've done previously and the ones that are coming up today. Okay, so when I first get started, I'll put the all-time high on there. I'll check the 12-month just to see how the stock has been doing. Wow, look at this candle. It's up over 100% this year. And look at this. Imagine working in this company and getting stocks on a discount for all this time, and then it pays off. Just say you were buying it, just say 2020. You say you bought it for 20 years. And you, even if you didn't work there, you were just buying it because you believed in the company. You were buying it for under 100 for 20 years. And then it just started going crazy after 2019. And then it 10x's. And then you can retire. Just imagine buying a company for 20 years every month. And then it 10x's after 20 years in 5 years. Man, incredible. Incredible growth, man. Man, phenomenal. Alright, so let's check out the monthly. See if we can find some good levels here. It's kind of sideways. Let's check out the weekly for better. See if we get some better price action on the weekly. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, I'm back. Okay. So the way I find my levels is based on where the price give me that good reaction at. So right now the price is over almost 1300. So I'm not gonna chart all down here. I don't expect it to go down there anytime soon. But I will start right here at this reaction spot right here. This lower high. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to my levels here, weekly level, and I'm gonna put it right here at this lower high. And then I'm gonna just round up. It's 10 cents away. Let me just round up. Alright. Then we'll go to the next one. As you can see, this previous all-time high lines up quite well with this next lower high. So we'll go right there for the next lower high. And we'll just round it to 1100. Alright. Let's come up here. You can see this previous all-time high lines up very closely to this rejection. So this is a rejection level. Okay, we'll go ahead and round that to the next dollar, which is 12.10. Okay, so now we got our weekly levels. You can see why I put them on here. This is where price reacted. Once price came up here, it rejected. Once it came down here, it bounced, rejected, bounced, rejected, stayed strong. Now it's trending to the upside. So let's see if we can find any daily levels inside here. Definitely right here, because this is the last place that price bounced before it ran up to all-time highs. Okay, right at this reaction level. We'll just round up to the next 10 cents. Okay, so that is KLAC, y'all. It's pretty much hit all-time highs yesterday or Friday, so I definitely wouldn't be buying it. But it's that simple, man. Charting is it's not crazy. All you gotta do is find where the price react. And I see this candle right here. I'm definitely gonna put a daily level right here, because if it does end up breaking this weekly level, I expect it to bounce right here. And we can just roll it down to the nearest dollar. There it is. Okay, so KLAC. It's looking very strong. I don't expect any pullback. But we do got a little gap right here. So let's put the gap on there. So if it does end up pulling back, I'm expecting it to try to fill this gap. Most gaps get filled, not all. Probably 90%. So when it does pull back for this next lower high, this may be a good entry after the gap gets filled. Alright, so that's KLAC. Let's check out GILD. Now, I haven't heard of all these companies. I'm just going through the QQQ and seeing what we can find, y'all. Okay, so let's put the all-time high on there. And then let's check out the 12-month. Let's see how it's been doing. Wow. Okay, it was doing great. It had a very phenomenal 4-year run from 2011 to 2015, and then it pulled back, and it looks like it bottomed out here in 2020 and 2022. It almost came back to the same place here in 24, but now it's on a run to the upside. Do y'all want to have me read something right quick about the company so we can know what they do? Okay, I think that'll be cool. So I'm gonna just go on Yahoo right quick. GILD. Just so we know what company we're dealing with here. And then we're gonna click Analyze with AI, and I'll tell you what they do. Gilead Sciences. So this is an overview from Yahoo Finance. So if you want to know about a company, all you got to do is come to Yahoo Finance, click AI Analyze, and it'll give you a quick overview. And I'll just read it right quick. Gilead or Gilead Sciences. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but you get it. Is strategically expanding its portfolio through acquisitions and partnerships, highlighted by recent deals to enhance its oncology and viral infection treatments. The company improved valuation metrics and strong profitability indicators reflect a solid operational recovery despite mixed revenue growth trends. Valuation improvement. Their EV/EBITDA ratio decreased from 14.9x to 11.21x, and the PE ratio dropped from 21 to 16, indicating a more attractive valuation for investors. So, strategic acquisitions. They're enhancing their pipeline through acquisitions, including the recent acquisition of Repair Therapeutics, RP3467, for up to $30 million, and licensing Assembly Biosciences programs for $35 million. Government collaboration. The company has entered a 3-year agreement with the U.S. government to reduce drug costs, aiming to improve access to essential medications for Americans. Okay, so that's what they do. This is a biotech company. Basically, it's in the medical field, and it is trying to help patients with treatments. And it's been doing very well, looking at this chart. So let me know if y'all want me to read that based on the companies each time, just so you know which company you're dealing with. If not, I won't read it. Let me know in the chat, or if you're watching it later, let me know in the comments. Yes on the quick summary of the companies, or no, just chart. Alright, so I'm on a monthly right here. So if you look here, you can definitely see it consolidated for a long time. Sheesh. Look at this. This is like a 7-year consolidation before the breakout. That's crazy. I don't want my investments consolidated for 7 years. I want that thing running. And this is a long consolidation. So I mean, anybody who was buying it, okay, you good now, but that's a long wait. 7 years. Most investors do not have the patience to wait 7 years for some profits. All right, so let's check out the weekly chart, y'all. Check out the weekly and see what we got. Where do we have price reaction? As you can see right here and right here is at the same level. So that's definitely a level where price tends to react. We're on the weekly chart, so we'll put a weekly level here. We'll go ahead and round up to the nearest dollar. Let's see. And as you can see right here and right here, let me stretch it out. All right, weekly. Go ahead and round up to the next 10 cent. Okay. As you can see right here and right here. Stretch it out. Stretch it out. All right. 119.50. All right, looks good, y'all. Let's check out the daily. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put on the algo for the last one. Okay, as soon as I put on the algo for this one, I'll put on the algo for KLAC. Excuse me for that, y'all. Okay, so this next line that I'm looking to put on here is going to be this previous all-time high. You can see this price reaction here. It went all the way down here, and then here, and here, and here. So once price gets there, it tends to react. So that's why we put a line there, just to remind us this is where price reacted. Okay, so yeah, above this line at 124.15 is the all-time high here. So I'm not gonna put any lines in this area. Just say if it comes back and bounces on here, if it doesn't break through, it's probably gonna come back up to the all-time high, y'all. Probably. If it does end up breaking this, then I think it may come down here. It said breaks. If it attempts and this turns into resistance, then we may see some downside before, and then come back down to this weekly before heading back to the upside, y'all. That's what I see here on GILD. Okay. Let's check out the algo, y'all. The algo on the daily, what does the algo say? The algo says the last signal for the algo is a buy signal. Let's see. Got a buy signal here on Wednesday the 24th. It did fake the algo out, and it did hit the stop loss. So you would be faked out on this one. So not even algos are 100%. Let's check out the 4-hour and see if we have any signal that came after. No, this is still this signal. This 4-hour signal was before the daily signal, because this 4-hour signal is from Wednesday the 17th. But had you got in here, the signal starts at the top of the candle, the close of the candle. So had you got in here, you'd have been, well, this is the aftermarket, this brown area. Only this blue area is actually market open. So the following day, you were down a little bit, but then this is the aftermarket, and then this is the pre-market, and then this is the open. So had you got into this trade here at 121, by the time Friday came, you would have been, you hit a high of 126, and you definitely could have taken profits. It's a nice $5 move right there. All right, so that is GILD. Let's check out KLAC on the algo. Start with the daily. What do we have? Algo on a daily called a buy on Tuesday, December 2nd. It was at 1188, and as you can see, it ran up to 1255. It's about a $70 move, so you were definitely in the money. Even if you take it right here at 1253, $70 move, y'all. Phenomenal call by the Algo. Phenomenal call. Before it ended up pulling back on this day and this day. All right, let's check out the 4 hour and see if we have a more recent call. This is from Thursday, December 25th. Even though the market was closed. This is 5 a.m. on Thursday. It gave a buy signal. So you wouldn't have been able to get into this trade. So let's not talk about it. Next, Adobe. Let's check out Adobe. Do I have any levels on here? I do not. Okay. So what do? Let's go to the 12-month. Oh, see, there go the levels right there. I just had to change the time frame. It's actually not too many levels on here, so I'll go ahead and delete these. Alright, so let's check it out, y'all. Ooh, look at that all-time high, boy. That all-time high is very far away from the current price. Let me just go ahead and type this in. All right, all-time high, $699.54. All right, so let's check out. Oh yeah, this company has been falling tremendously over the past 2 years. This year is down 20%. Last year it was down 25%. So in the past 2 years, it's down 45%, y'all. That's not good. That's not good. If you are an investor in this company, you are upset. You are definitely upset. All right, let's check out the monthly, y'all. Ooh, I don't like this chart. But okay, so we're not gonna like all the charts, but we still gonna practice charting just to get our reps in. So you can see price when it came down here. It came down right here, same level right here, and same level right here. So we can go ahead and put a monthly level on there. Go ahead and round up to the nearest 10 cent. All right. And you can see price right here, right here, right here, and right here. So we know that's a level. Go ahead and round up. There's $10. All right, we go to the weekly. What do we have here? Let's see. Yep, based on this double top right here on the weekly, I'm gonna put a level on here. Based on this double top, one top, two top, fall. So a double top is a chart pattern that is very bearish. So you can expect downside when you see a double top. So here, here, and here. So that's why I'm putting this weekly level right here. Let me know if that makes sense. Okay, round down to the nearest 10 cent. Alright, let's see. Any of the levels here. This looks like a level. I think we can find a better one. Okay, so based on price reaction here, here, and here, I'm gonna say this is a level. Alright. Let's go ahead and round. Alright. Let's see. This is a major reaction right here. And it's very close to here. So I will say this is a level 2. Let's go around it. Alright, so that is Adobe, y'all. Let me give a level to the upside just in case it breaks to the upside. I'm gonna have to go with this one. Based on this price reaction right here, once price came from here to here, it ended up coming all the way down here. So that's definitely a lot of sellers right there. Alright, let me go ahead and round down. Alright, so this is my targets here. I kind of like this level too. Basically, this little zone right here, based off of this reaction, and this reaction, and this reaction, and this reaction, and this reaction, I gotta put a level right there. Price reacted too many times right in this zone, so definitely gotta put a level right here. Okay, so if you want to trade Adobe, right now it's 353.80. It's definitely an overall downtrend. It has been an uptrend for the past month on the daily, but if we look on the weekly, oh yeah, we may have caught a bottom here. I'm gonna put, you see why I'm putting this here? Because once price came down here, look how much it reacted. Alright. Okay. So it did, okay. Let me get closer. What do I see here? Okay, it's definitely bullish right now, based off this November 21st low. It's definitely bullish right now. Looks like a, well, would I get into it? A bullish trade right now? I don't think so. I wanna wait for a pullback. I wanna wait for a pullback. Cause look, man, this is a lot of consolidation. This area right here, a lot of consolidation right here. So I don't want to get into the trade in the middle of consolidation. So I wouldn't make no trade on this. And this is just what I see. So all right, let's check out the algo, y'all. The algo on the daily. What does it say? Got a nice strong buy here on Friday, December 5th. Got the entry here at 346.26. It did hit TP1 the following Friday. You felt some pressure here on Thursday, but it did hit TP1 the following Friday. So you'd have been in this trade for 1 week. No. Let me see. Friday the 5th to Friday the 12th. Yep. You'd have been in this trade for 1 week. Well, actually, because this is a Friday candle, the close, you're not actually supposed to get into the trade until the candle closes. So that means the candle closed on Friday. So you'd have had to wait till Monday to get into the trade. So if you did feel some pressure to the downside. But if you still followed the signal, then you would have got in. You would have got in on an even better price. Especially if you got in down here. You got in like $6 lower. And then on Friday, you would hit take profit at 362. And that is it's like a $20 move, y'all. That was nice. Nice call from the algo on that uptrend on this company that's doing terrible over the past 2 years. All right, let's check out the 4 hours, see if we have any more recent signals. We got a buy on Thursday the 11th at 9 a.m. We did get a close signal immediately after market close. So had you stayed in on Friday, you would have hit TP1. So shout out to that. You wouldn't have been able to close it anyway because the market was already closed once it gave you the close signal. So you would have had to wait till Friday. And then Friday, this is 5 a.m. in the pre-market. So you would have been up here at the market open. And you would have been at TP1. So shout out to the algo on the daily and the 4 hour for 2 good calls. All right, next company, ADI. Oh, what was I supposed to do? I was supposed to read a quick. I'm gonna make it quicker. I'm not gonna read the whole thing like I did on GILD. I'm gonna just read the top summary part. I think you already know what Adobe is anyway. All right, this was updated 11 minutes ago. Adobe Incorporated is experiencing strong growth driven by AI integration and strategic partnerships with a recent 10% year-over-year revenue increase. However, competitive pressures from major players like Microsoft and Alphabet raise concerns about its market position and valuation. Oh yeah, if your competition is Microsoft and Google, you can forget about it. Those are the big dogs. 2 of the biggest companies on the planet. So yeah, you definitely not competing with them. So you can forget about it. All right, I'm gonna just delete these drawings off here, and we're gonna start from scratch. The next company is ADI, Analog Devices. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna go to the yearly chart and just see how we've been doing. And this thing been running, y'all. This is how you want your chart to look for the companies that you hold. Ever since the financial crisis, this thing was at $20. It's more than 10x since then. So definitely a great investment if you've been in it. This is trending to the upside. Mostly green years. It's actually look like SPY with 1 red year, 3 green years. 1 red year, 3 green years. 1 red year, 2 green years. So very good. I definitely like this chart. This is how you want your chart to look. This is how you want your portfolio to look. Mostly green, few red, big green, Small red. All right, let's put the all-time high on here. All right. Okay, let's check out the monthly. Let's put it on line chart. It's pretty sideways. Pretty sideways. Okay, so we got here, here, and here, and here. It's lining up pretty nicely. Go ahead and put a monthly on there. Not exact. It's not exact. It's really, we can really say 200. Yeah, 200 is also a psychological level, which makes sense. So we could either do that, or we could put this. We could put a demand zone. We can put a demand zone there. Could put a monthly demand zone, y'all. So anywhere in there, anywhere, if price ever comes back down here, we definitely expecting it to bounce. It's a lot of buyers right there. All right, let's check out the weekly, y'all. What do we have here? A lot of consolidation. A lot of consolidation. Look at this. This is all consolidation, y'all. And then a crazy drop. Oh yeah, that was the drop from the Trump tariffs. So let's see what we got. After all this consolidation, do we have any levels here? Yeah, I'll definitely call this a level. Based on this, look. Here, 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 and here. I'll put a weekly level right there. Roll down to the nearest 10 cent. Alright, there's our weekly. And then previous all-time high. We'll put a weekly there. Had a big reaction right there. Alright, there's that. Let's go on a daily, y'all. What do we have here? We have a bounce right here. All right, so that's about it, y'all. See, it don't take that long to get your levels on here, does it? Nope. There's that. All right, that's all we got, folks. Wonderful run up from here, though. This is phenomenal. Look at this candle, 5%. Look at this run, y'all. This is a wonderful run. Dang, I missed it. Oh, this is earnings. This is post earnings. See, they had a wonderful earnings at the end of November. Beat on the top and bottom. Now look at this run, y'all. This thing ran from to all-time high. This thing ran 23% in 16 days. It hit all-time highs after that earnings beat. Ooh. Oh, this may be a flag, too. Let me see. This may be a flag. So it may be a flag, y'all. It may be. It may be a bull flag right here, y'all. What you think? Do that look like a bull flag? I think if it break out of here, the thing going back to all-time highs, so we might have a trade. It's very close. Very, very, very close. So it is close to the all-time high though. So, but it does. I definitely see this bull flag right here. So, bull flag on ADI, y'all. I'm calling it. Though if it doesn't break, we may come back down to this level here before another attempt. You may have $5 to the downside to go get some more buyers from here before another attempt to break the flag. Okay, so let's see what they do. ADI. This great looking chart. All right, analog devices. ADI is positioned for growth in a booming semiconductor market driven by AI demand and strong analyst optimism. Despite concerns over insider selling, the company's recent performance and improved valuation metrics suggest a favorable investment outlook, y'all. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Shout out to ADI. All right, next. CrowdStrike. Look, I haven't charted CrowdStrike in so long. Last time I charted CrowdStrike, the all-time high was 491.43. Dang, look at all this on here. Oh yeah. Dang, look at all this. See, I was charting when CrowdStrike was under 200, man, and now that thing done hit 500 before. So yeah, we're gonna delete all this. We don't need this. All right. Let's check out the yearly chart, y'all. CrowdStrike has not been around that long, only since 2019, y'all. But that thing been running. That thing, especially the last 3 years, since 2023, it opened up at 107 and hit a high of 566. That's a 5x, y'all, in 3 years. That's one of them dream trades. That 5x in 3 years? Oh yeah. Definitely. Alright. Let's go ahead and put the all-time high back. Alright, 566.90. Okay. Go to the line chart. Let's see. Maybe. Check out the weekly, y'all. Yeah, I think the weekly is giving us more reaction. This is a low reaction, but I think I like the weekly better. These reactions are bigger. Alright, let's see what we got here, folks. Oh, potential head and shoulders, y'all. Well, it already happened. Alright, let's put a weekly level here. There's that. Actually, let's roll it down to 80. Actually, let's roll it down to 543. Even. There we go. There we go. Yeah. All right. So we got this previous all-time high here, and this reaction level here, very close to each other. It's not perfect. So what I'd like to do in situations like that, we'll put that weekly supply. So I could have just put one line, but I just want to get this area. So next time price comes up here, I'm expecting sellers to sell it down again. Basically, that's what that means. Supply means sellers, demand means buyers. Okay, now let's see. We got a nice reaction right here. Definitely. Also right here. You see this right here? Previous all-time high. And then you see this bounce right here. This is actually where it's at right now. So if it breaks this to the downside, it's coming at least here and then here. Yeah, this is like a little zone too. Let's see. So this is the opposite. This is a weekly demand zone. So if price breaks there, it may come here and bounce. But if not, this is just what I see, y'all. This is what I see on this chart. Okay, this is what I see on a weekly. All right, so let's check out the daily. What do I see on the daily? See a recent bounce. Okay, so I see this level here, which also connects with here, and here, and here, and here. So that's why I'm putting this level here on the daily. If that makes sense, y'all. Hope you can see what I see. Look, 1, 2, 3, and 4 reactions. Okay. So if price does end up, I'm sure it's going to take a few tries for price to get over this weekly supply, but if it does, let me give you the next level here. So you see this reaction here, here, and here. This is a lot too. It's a lot of sellers right there. So I think this is actually another supply zone. Because I can't find the exact, it's too many places that are close, but not close enough. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put another supply here. So basically, this is all supply. It's definitely not getting through here easy. Definitely not getting through here easy. So basically, this whole area. 525. Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be real tough for price to break through here, y'all. On CrowdStrike. But I got a little ways to go before it gets back up there. Oh, that's not weekly. That's daily. My fault. My fault. Okay. Do we got any more lines here? Okay, so you can see this here. Let me put the line first and then I'll point it out. Okay, so based on this reaction here, this reaction here, and this reaction here, and this reaction here. That's why I put this daily line right there. Okay, oh, let's actually round this up to the nearest 10 cent. Okay, so that's what I see on crowd. Let's see to the downside. Okay, crowd to the downside. If it ends up breaking this demand, and here, and this a little zone right here. Yeah. All right, so this is our last level. So this is what I got on crowd, y'all. This is what I see on crowd. Oh, let's put another daily up there. All right. Okay, so that's what I got. All right, let's check out the Algo, y'all. Oh, did I forget to do the Algo on ADI? I think I did. Let me do it in a second. All right, let's check out the Algo on CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike was a sell here Tuesday, November 25th, with the entry at 513. You did. So it opened here and then ran up. So you did feel a lot of pressure. But if you held strong, it came down and hit TP1 and TP2 the following day. So it was definitely a lot of pressure. But because this is a stop loss, this is where it opened. So if you sold immediately, then you would have been faked out because it did open over the stop loss. But if you held it, then you would have hit TP1 and TP2 the following day. So yeah, that was a tough hold right there. Okay, let's see if we have any more recent signals from the Algo. Let's check the 4 hour. So the most recent signal was from Friday, December 12th. It was in a pre-market, so you would have to wait to get in for an hour and a half. But if you did, you got in at 501.54. You hit TP1 and you got very close to TP2. You was a little over $1 away from TP2. So that's the 4 hour, y'all, on crowd. All right, let's check ADI. I think I missed the ADI. Okay. Man, this is a wonderful call here. Wonderful call. Well, it was post earnings, so you would have got in here at 252, and then you hit TP1. What? 5 days later, you hit TP1. $22 move, y'all. Nice. All right, and the most recent signal on ADI is this sell in the pre-market, but it looks like it got faked out. It'd be down $3. So that's that, y'all. I think we got one more, and we'll call it a day on charting. Okay, this next one is Pan W. No, wait a minute. Crowd, we gotta go to analyze with AI. I think y'all know who CrowdStrike is. One of the biggest cybersecurity names in the game. But if you don't, let me just read this for you. CrowdStrike is a position leader in the AI-driven cybersecurity market, with projected 21% revenue growth for fiscal 2026, driven by its Falcon platform and strategic partnerships. Despite insider selling, analysts maintain a bullish outlook with price targets significantly above the current market price, y'all. Oh yeah, they got, look. This is under the market performance bullet point. CrowdStrike stock is currently priced at $481.19, below analyst price targets ranging from $555 to $630, indicating potential upside. Wow, that is very far away. It's very far away from the current price. Remember, they had that outage earlier this year that made that stock fall hella crazy. But it has since recovered, man. It definitely recovered. I think that was somewhere around July. It fell for 2 months. And then it recovered, and now it's fell for 2 months again. All right. So I do have this charted, but let's just do it over again. Remove these drawings. Let's go to the 12 months, see how we've been doing. This company came out in 2012. And this is how you want your chart to look. To the right, to the upside. So if you were buying, if you believed in this company from the get-go, from 2012 to 2019, that's 7 years. You was buying from $6.51 to almost $40. If you was buying up shares, and then you hit a high of 223, phenomenal return. Phenomenal. As you can see, they only had 3 red years in the past 13 years. So you had 10 green years and 3 red years. Phenomenal company, y'all. Phenomenal. Alright, so let's check out the monthly, y'all. Let's put the all-time high on there. $0.61. Alright, all-time high, $223.61. Check out this line chart. Okay, as you can see, this line, this reaction point here, and here. So we definitely got to put something there. May have to do a zone. Yeah, I think we got to do a zone. Monthly demand. No, not really. It's only like $1, so we ain't gotta do that. You see it. That's good. Look, reject, bounce, bounce. You see it. Or maybe it look better on weekly. No, that's fine. It's not always gonna be perfect, but you see it, you get it. Okay, in case it breaks under here, we gotta bounce here, here, and here, and here. I actually like that better as a weekly. Let's actually switch this to the weekly level. And then let's bring it down. Yeah, I like that better. Okay, let's see. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of resistance right here. Might as well round it down. See, you can see here, reaction, reaction, reaction. That's why I put a level right there. Okay. Let's check out the daily. What do we have here? Potential double bottom here. Yes, this is definitely a reactive place for price. See right here, right here, right here. Kind of right here, but definitely right here, right here, right here, right here. So let's see. And right here, definitely. Round up. All right. So I put this level here based on this reaction level. Here, 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 and here. Okay, so we got our daily levels. And then this is based on here and here. All right, let's see. What else do we got? We got the weekly, we got the daily, pin W. Let's see. Yep, there's definitely a level here too. So I put this level here based on this reaction here and this reaction here. Both previous all-time highs. So that's why I put those there. All right. Yeah. It's a level right here as well. In case we go to the downside. So this is based on here, 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 and here. Okay. So that's our levels for pan W. Oh, we got a little gap right there too. Got a little gap right there, y'all. Definitely been a tremendous fall from the all-time high. Tuesday, October 28th. That thing fell almost 20%, y'all, in less than a month. Sheesh. But it's on so it is on big discount right now. It's at least 15% off right now. So if you're interested in PanW, that cybersecurity, I think it's number 2 in the cybersecurity space to CrowdStrike. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I got. That's what I got on PanW. Check out the Algo, y'all. The Algo on the daily. It gave a sell on December 15th. It did give a close signal 2 days later. It did not hit TP1. Check out the 4-hour, y'all. See, is there any more recent signals? I gave a signal in the pre-market, but ended up reversing. So nope, no good on Palo Alto. All right, so that's it, y'all. Oh, let me do the AI analyze with PanW before we go. All right, Palo Alto Networks, PanW is facing a 6.9% stock decline, but showcases strong financial health with a 13% return on equity and a promising partnership with Google that positions it well in the growing cybersecurity market. Analysts remain optimistic about its potential for significant growth driven by AI integration and robust demand in cybersecurity. All right. So we went over KLAC, GILD, Adobe, ADI, CrowdStrike, and PanW. That's a nice charting session for today, y'all. Nice charting session for today. Hope you learned something. If you did, salute. If you want me to go into more detail, put it in the comments and let me know, and I will check out the comment. While we're talking about comments, check out my stock market basics beginner flashcards for new investors. So I'm gonna put this in the chat right now. So give me 1 second to do that. All right, that is in the chat, y'all. That is in the chat. The link is in the chat. If you do end up watching this later, after the stream is no longer live, I will put it in the comments. But this is what it is. So stock market basics Q&A. What is the stock market? Hit flip. It'll give you the answer and it'll give you an example. What's the next one? What is a stock? Hit flip. It'll give you the answer and it'll give you an example. So I got 10 questions, 10 stock market basic questions there. If you go to stock market basics Q&A 2, I got 10 more questions. What is a brokerage account? Hit flip. It'll give you the answer and it'll give you an example. 10 more questions here, y'all. Then I got the ABCs of investing. If you want to go one at a time, if you want to go 5 at a time, you could go in the series 1 through 5, or if you want to go with the full master deck, all 26, you can check out the one at the bottom. What is A is for asset, hit flip, it'll give you the definition, it'll give you some examples. B, broker, You hit flip, it'll give you the definition, then it'll give you an example. Another thing I like to show y'all is Google Learn About. Y'all, Google Learn About. This is so dope. This is so dope. This is what you need. This is really what you need when it comes to investing, y'all. This is what you need because it's so convenient and it's free. This is a free AI tool provided by Google. This is partially the reason why Google stock has been going so parabolic lately, because they're coming out with all these free, wonderful AI tools for people to use. And their tools are better than a lot of other companies. That's why. And they got that. Their tools are so good, they even got an investment from Warren Buffett, who's known as the greatest investor of all time. He normally doesn't invest in technology stocks, though, outside of Apple. But now he's investing in Google. So, what do you think the future of Google is going to be when somebody that doesn't invest in technology outside of Apple has invested millions into Google? Maybe billions. I'm not sure. But you can check it out. Okay. So, since today's a charting day, let's check out charting. Charting. Technical analysis. Okay, anything you want to learn, you can learn it. You can put it in here, but for this show, since this is a charting session, we're going to put charting technical analysis here in Google Learn About. And let me read it for you. Charting in technical analysis is a process of using visual representations of historical price data, such as charts, to identify patterns, trends, and indicators to forecast future price performance in financial markets. Technical analysis is a trading discipline used to evaluate investments and identify trading opportunities by analyzing statistical trends gathered from trading activities such as price movement and volume. Okay, so the key components here of charting and technical analysis are the charts, the patterns, the indicators, and the volume. And then if you look over here on the left side of the page, it says the big picture. Charting and technical analysis. Understand the fundamental purpose and principles of charting and technical analysis. You hit definition of technical analysis, the role of charting, comparison to fundamental analysis, identify and describe different types of charts used in technical analysis, line charts, bar charts, candlestick charts. Explain how charting helps identify patterns and trends. Identify trends, recognizing patterns using different time frames. You see this? This is all interactive stuff that is going to help you learn anything you want to learn, but in particular, you can learn charting here. Charting is a fundamental tool for technical analysis, often referred to as chartists, who study a visual representation to make informed trading decisions. Common types of charts: line chart, bar chart, candlestick chart. And then it gives you a question to make sure you understood what you just read. Or you can explore more related content. You feel me, y'all? That's why this is so dope. This is why this is so... You can click on any of these and get more information. They even have YouTube videos linked on here. Or if it's too... You need them to simplify it more. You like, man, I still don't get it. Then you can hit simplify. If you like, man, I already know this stuff, man. Give me some, make it harder. Or you can hit go deeper. If you need some images, click images. Let me see some charts. Okay, so now it's showing you charts. And it's showing you different chart patterns. You understand? Okay, you can go back up here like, man, I don't get it, man. Let me hit simplify. Simplify charting technique. Okay, let's simplify it then. Imagine if you want to predict the price of something like a stock, like will go up or down. Instead of looking at the why price might change, like how well the company is doing, technical analysis looks at how the price has changed in the past. Charting is basically drawing pictures of this past price movement. These pictures or charts show you the history of buying and selling. By looking at these pictures, people who use technical analysis try to spot patterns that have happened before, believing these patterns might happen again and give clues about where the price is headed. Think of it like looking at weather patterns. If you see certain cloud formations have led to rain in the past, you might predict rain when you see those clouds again. Technical analysis is similar, but with prices instead of weather, y'all. And it talks about the different types of charts that you might want to see. Okay, so you can click on any of these, and you can click on these, and it's always going to ask you more questions. Do you want to explain chart patterns in simple terms? What are technical analysis indicators, simply put? And compare technical and fundamental analysis simply. So it gave you 3 options to break these ideas down in simpler form, y'all. So, man, Google Learn About is so dope, and it's definitely going to be a lot of teachers losing their jobs because AI is so good. Like, it could be somebody in front of the class just going over this with you, and you'd be like, okay, the teacher is teaching me, but also AI is teaching me. AI is one of my teachers, and I use it every day. All right, y'all. That's it for today. Appreciate y'all tuning in for the charting session. If you put any of those levels on your chart, check it out next week. Let's see if any of them levels hit. If you want some deeper analysis about charting, I just showed you on Google Learn About. If you want my free flashcards, you can check in the comments. You can check in the chat. And after I end the stream, you can check in the comments. I will put the link to the free flashcards in the comments. And let me see, can I put the link to this page that I just did? No, I don't think I can because it's going to tell you to sign in on your Google if you're not signed in. And then if I give you the link and I ask you to sign in, you're going to be like, oh, man, he gave me that link. And I had to sign in, man. I don't want to give no information. But most likely you do have a Google account. You have a Gmail account. And that's the only thing you need to sign in with. You don't have to pay anything. It's free. My flashcards are free. The information is free, y'all. It's not hidden anymore. This information is free for everybody. It's only those who want to learn. All right. So that's it for today's show. Tomorrow we'll be live on YouTube again. Starting about 6:15 pre-market. And that's my show, my weekday show, $1 Trillion Tickers, where I cover the most valuable companies in the world that move the GDP of the U.S. and the world. I'm going to give you some news, I'm going to give you some charts, I'm going to give you some pre-market levels. I do have 2 AI co-hosts that will be chiming in on some stocks, so look out for them. They are new arrivals to the show. All right. Y'all have a great day. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings.